You know how a person can have like their teeth, like, okay, let me give you an example. You see that my you see when you see teeth, you see how the top part goes on top of the bottom part, but like on top of it, not directly on top, but like beside it. It's not like this. It's like this, right? So that you can close your teeth. So your teeth are not like that. They're like more like this. So it's balanced, right? But was, if a person's teeth were not balanced, but were on top of each other and uncomfortable to the point where they can't really close their mouth, and so their teeth is like this, so like your teeth will be uncomfortable inside your mouth. Would that hinder the survivability of the person? No, it wouldn't. If a person's nose is disfigured, but they can still breathe, would that hinder their survivability? No. If a person's eyes were drooped and lopsided, and unbalanced, uneven, non symmetrical, would that affect their survivability? No. There are many things about the body that does not need to be beautifully put together in order for you to survive. It just needs to be there. Once it's there, in a decent location, you'll survive. And we see this all throughout life. There are many people that are disfigured, right? Or you will see them and they're not as well put together as the average person, but they still survive. So it's not necessary to be that way. So, but before we became well put together, we obviously, if you believe in evolution, we obviously were not as well put together. So why did we become well put together if we could have survived in the state that we would have been in, which was disfigured? If we can survive disfigured, why did we become undisfigured? If you can look terrible, if you can look like a zombie and still survive, why do you need to look so much better than a zombie? Do you understand? And if the zombie looking thing came to be looking like that, then it means that, yeah, it's ugly, but it wasn't ugly enough where it didn't procreate. Because it came to look like that because its ancestors were procreating. So as ugly as that zombie, I'm just using zombie as an example, but as ugly as that zombie looked, its parents looked the same. So its parents were ugly, but they still made it. That's why the zombie exists. That's why all those creatures came to exist, because they made it. So it's not about looking good. That's why we came to look good, so that we will procreate, because we were already procreating even when we were disfigured. This is, now I'm following the chronology of what evolutionists would try to propose, right? So there is no reason why we should look as well put together as we look, unless, of course, if we were designed and the designer said, no, I'm not going to make you look like that. Why am I going to make your eyes become lopsided? Why am I going to make your teeth disfigured? Why wouldn't I make your beard perfectly lined up so that you wouldn't even have to cut it? I never have to shape up my beard, but it's well put together. Why does it have to look like that? Chance doesn't do that. Chance doesn't make things beautiful, especially if it's already surviving. Okay, survivability is the most important thing. If you're surviving, I'm going to leave you at that. You don't need to be any better than what you are if you're already surviving. But we're way past that. We have way too much beauty for it to have just been chance. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So watch this video back if it doesn't make any sense to you. That means your thinking ability is not as sharp. No, I'm joking. Peace. Actually, I'm not.